creature of habit, idle time and distraction, caught up in my discouragement, I've become accustomed to numbing. Through shallow conversation, I scrub away at my yearning for deep connection. Digital realms aid in keeping my mind focused on the material while neglecting the spiritual. By keeping busy, I avoid the fact that I feel empty inside. Desensitized from what my heart once beat for, neglecting the creator in me, expression, I am numbing, yet others walking in their dreams reminds me my lack of becoming. Suffocating my inner yearnings with temporary things, comatose. Disconnection from creator equals separation from me, losing grip of my identity, all I was created to be. Lately, loneliness and regret is all I have heard rage inside of me. I want to break free, yet I'd grown weary of the very process that would save me. Grown bitter of the process, grown weary of writing the pain away, grown weary of thinking about the things I wish would change. Stuck in a place of complacency instead of connection, I chose numbing. Tired of walking through the process alone, I reach out to friends, completely unaware of my state of despair. I find what my heart's been lacking all this time, snatched out of my hiding place. Relationship brought me out. Love brought me in to my dreams again. Desire to be creator replenished, sense of purpose and vision revived, complacency shattered, defeat no longer inside. Courage to embark on this journey once more, unashamed, not sorry for myself, strongholds broken, aware, opportunity is all around, reconnected to God in me, no more ignoring God in me, alive, choosing to walk in my identity, no longer numbing. I wrote this poem back in December, and I heard God say this poem is really on the importance of connection. It's not so much about, the whole aspect of, us becoming numb or desensitized to our situations and the things that happen in life, but us choosing to pursue connection in the midst of that. And this was something that really opened my eyes to where I was when I wrote this poem. There was a lot going on in my life. I really wasn't focusing on the things that made me come alive. I wasn't focusing on the things that I loved. I was just so consumed with everything that was going on, isolating myself, not on a physical level because I was still talking to friends, hanging out with friends, but on a soul level. I was disconnected emotionally. I didn't want to share the deepest parts of my heart because I just didn't understand what was going on in my life. I didn't understand it, and I didn't want to think about it most of the time. I wanted to get my mind off of it by focusing on other people's problems and giving them advice. People would ask me, so like, how are you? What's going on? I would keep things real surface. I was like, I'm fine. Nothing much is going on. Just getting my life together. That was like my favorite saying, getting my life together. Because I just didn't have words for what the heck was going on in life. So it was this thing of like isolating myself from true connection, someone seeing the inside of me, seeing, the not so pretty parts, seeing my insecurities, seeing my fears, and giving them the opportunity to speak into that. And I was not allowing myself to be open in that sense. Connection can really pull you out of a lot of the struggles and the hard times that you go through, but you have to really be brave enough to speak up and communicate and let people know what's going on in your world, what's happening with you. And that was something that I didn't know how to communicate back in December, but I realized that God was starting to give me the discernment of who to go to with certain things. And I would share, what was going on in my life with certain people, and they would fill me up with so much light, with so much truth. And I was like, wow, this is what I've been missing all this time, keeping this all to myself and not even letting God know my issues. I was just holding it all in and not allowing truth to purge those things out. But if you're really looking for connections in your day-to-day life, I just pray that God sends you those divine connections that you need, people that will love you and give you godly advice, godly wisdom, and pour into your life, and not just be a one-way street. So yeah, I just pray that God blesses you with those people. I pray that He opens the eyes of your understanding and gives you discernment on who to open up to, because you can't just, pour it all out to anyone. You want it to be someone that's going to pour something back in. Because when you pour out all the mess, you want someone to fill you back up with light, fill you back up with truth, fill you back up with hope. And so thankfully, I had that, a friend that I could go to and talk to about, well, multiple friends really, that I could go to and talk about certain things that were going on in my life. And I felt like God definitely, divinely led me to speak about those certain points with those specific people, because they all poured something in that gave me hope, and that just gave me the courage to keep pushing and not to give up. Because I was definitely in a mode, in a headspace where I just really wanted to give it all up. But the importance of connection is so powerful. Like, God made us for connection. If you aren't living in connection with others, if you aren't living in connection with God, then you are not living. You're not thriving. We don't want to just survive on this earth. We want to thrive. And we thrive through connection with people. And I definitely also pray that He gives you the understanding and the grace to love people even when they hurt you, and to know how to handle situations when people do hurt you, because a lot of the time we give up on letting ourselves be seen because of that hurt. But you can't allow hurts to stop you. You need connection. So, just allow yourself to trust in God, not in man. Because when you trust in man, you're bound to make some mistakes. And people are flawed. You have to understand that. But, God's going to bring you that divine connection if you don't already have it. And if He's been putting it on your heart to reach out to somebody, just reach out. You never know, what God can do through someone else's life. We are put on this earth to impact each other, and the way you impact people is up to you. You can do it for the good or you can do it for the bad, but you got to make that choice. So I just wanted to encourage you guys to just keep connection as a very valuable point in your life. Relationship is it's just utterly beautiful in its purest form. And without relationship, we're really not living the life that God created us to live. So I hope that was encouraging to you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.